Godzilla has taken many different forms throughout the years, originally looking more rough and mutated, with its scales being modeled after these scars of nuclear bomb survivors. And when the films needed him to change, he did, appearing with a dad bod for Son of Godzilla, which is just delightful.
He's so ugly! I love him!
And then of course, leading into the MonsterVerse, Godzilla was required to look more realistic, having sauropod feet, alligator-like skin, and osteoderm protrusions that became his dorsal plates. This was, for many, the best Godzilla has ever looked. But now the universe of Titans has been going for nearly 10 years, and even this Godzilla has had some changes. In King of the Monsters, he grew more traditional feet, becoming bulkier and more muscular, and regaining his iconic dorsal plates of old. And in Monarch Legacy of Monsters, Godzilla has once again experienced a makeover, giving us a glimpse at what the King of the Titans looked like before he first made landfall in San Francisco. But why does he look different? This mystery has haunted the MonsterVerse since the G-Man first changed, and if the rumors for Godzilla and Kong are true, he's about to evolve again. So, how's he doing it? Well, the show is documented from the perspective of Monarch when they got their very first sighting of Godzilla. So from this point, they've been able to watch Godzilla grow and change over the years to become the beast we're about to witness in Godzilla Kong: The New Empire, and are fully able to explain why he's able to change so much. So let's take a deep dive into the moment where Monarch first discovers Godzilla and the mystery of why he looks so different. The scene opens in Bikini Atoll, which to many history buffs is the location of the Castle Bravo nuclear test. This device remains the most powerful nuclear device ever detonated by the United States, and in the MonsterVerse, the bomb test was used as a cover-up to try and lure and kill this newly discovered beast. Evidence of these monsters had recently been discovered by the Monarch team, Keiko, Randa, and Shaw, who uncovered massive footprints from what they believed to be a gigantic, unidentified organism. After discovering in the Philippines that Titans are attracted to radiation, they theorized that an atomic bomb could be used to lure these creatures out of their hiding spots and onto the surface. So there was no better excuse than to cover it up using a nuclear bomb test. Monarch wanted to observe and research the Titans, although the military had other ideas. No such beast should have the right to walk the kingdom of God and therefore must be eliminated. So the device was planted in Bikini Atoll, and Monarch and the military could only sit and wait, with generals, colonels, nuclear researchers all taking a seat to witness the most powerful nuclear bomb ever designed by the US. They observed from a safe distance and, based off 2014's opening footage, even interacted with the locals, whom likely told stories of the giant dragon legends call Gojira. But eventually Godzilla makes his approach, and the radiation from his arrival begins messing with the radio signals, playing low-frequency hums from his growl. They watch as its sharp, jagged dorsal plates cut through the water like blades, his massive scale causing tidal waves as he rises out of the ocean towards the human's trap. He lets out a deafening roar, signaling that the radiation is his and his alone, likely claiming his territory so other Titans don't try and challenge him for the meal. Similar behavior is found in nature as predators stake their claim to a carcass. With Godzilla finally in range of the bomb, the military wait eagerly to watch this beast turn to ash. Keiko tries to stop the device from going off, but Shaw stops her as he believes it's the only way that Monarch can receive funding from the government to further research Titans across the world. The countdown reaches 0, and Godzilla, confused by the source of radiation, reaches in, and then boom! "15 megatons of TNT erupt into the atmosphere, At 1,000 times more powerful than the bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the blast reaches temperatures of 55,000 degrees Celsius. In comparison, the surface of the sun is only 5,500 degrees Celsius, enough to completely vaporize anything within the vicinity of the explosion. When the blast cleared, nothing remained, and as far as Monarch and the government was concerned, Godzilla was dead.
Magnificent!
Although to us viewers, we know better. The nuclear energy dispersed by the bomb would have been fuel to Godzilla, and although the bomb likely burned him somewhat, it overall is like giving a big Thanksgiving dinner to a hungry bear. Which actually leads us back to the design of Godzilla. When we see him rise out of the water, he retains the jagged rock-like dorsal plates that we saw in 2014, except if we put the two entries side by side, we can see that Legacy of Monsters Goji is significantly thinner. His shoulders are less pronounced, his neck is more narrow, and his gut is more angular, leading to a more toned and slender design. Some have speculated that he was 50 feet shorter at this point, which, whilst there is no evidence backing up this claim, could very much be accurate. This was in 1954, before he was hit by the nuclear bomb. But as we know, these titans feast on the radiation emitted from these devices, meaning that when the military tried to kill Godzilla, they were actually feeding him. So that when we next see him in 2014, he's noticeably more built, with a larger, more full belly, a thicker neck, and more muscular shoulders. The difference is quite noticeable, and Monarch's documentation shows a clear sign of evolution, with the cause being sudden bursts of radiation. Since Godzilla is such a large creature, he would have a very slow metabolic rate, which means he could slowly digest the energy from the Castle Bravo radiation, meaning he can remain satisfied for the decades following the test. So he took in the radiation and transformed it into energy, which mutated him gradually throughout the years. This isn't the only time it's happened either. In King of the Monsters, when Godzilla was blasted with a nuclear device planted by Serizawa, he grew in mass and became noticeably more muscular, which helped in his fight against Ghidorah.
Is it just me, or has he been working out?
Kidding me? Serizawa's got that lizard juice.
And leading into the new empire, leaks suggest that he will once again evolve to become even larger, bulkier, with an all-new appearance, being vastly different from the Godzilla we saw prior to the Castle Bravo nuclear test. This will likely be caused by hollow Earth radiation. This means that we'll have 4 different iterations of the God of the Titans: Monarch Goji, Gary Goji, Doe Goji, and soon Wing Goji. And the reason? Vast bursts of radiation, which transforms Godzilla from the smaller, more inexperienced Titan to the bulky, muscular god of the modern era. Of course, in between these designs we've had situations that have altered Godzilla's appearance, such as his encounter with the Muto Prime, which shattered his dorsal plates, which caused his spines to grow back in a different shape, which has been related to that of deer antlers, though this didn't affect his overall physiology. This scene in Legacy of Monsters does a great job at putting us in Monarch's shoes, placing us in that terrifying situation where the government found out monsters are real. At first, I wasn't a fan of the skinnier design. I was so used to the way he looked in 2014, where slight alterations felt off-putting to me. But the fact it's explained and visualized how Godzilla changes with radiation has made me really appreciate this creative decision. It continues to develop Godzilla as a character and actually brings it full circle back to the 1954 original Gojira, showcasing that atomic energy does in fact change the King of the Monsters, making him grow and mutate, altering his very chemistry. Mutating, adapting, transforming, evolving. But the answer to the mystery of why Godzilla keeps changing is more terrifying than we could possibly imagine. Because what is his true final form? Is there a limit to the size Godzilla can grow to? Were there 450-foot Godzillas wandering the hollow Earth? 600 foot? 1,000 foot? The skulls in Kong's throne room in the hollow Earth suggests that, yes, they grew to extraordinary heights. which means it's anyone's guess as to how big Godzilla will grow in the new empire, mutated from the bombardment of radiation at the planet's core, to face off against a variety of Hollow Earth threats. But we will know more very soon, since we'll be getting more episodes of Monarch, which will give us glimpses at the King of the Monsters in between his 2014 and 2019 design. And the Godzilla Kong the New Empire trailer coming early next month, which will hopefully give us our first look at his evolved form. We're about to learn a whole lot more about the God of the Titans. What did you think about Episode 3 of Monarch Legacy of Monsters? Did you like this Godzilla scene? Let us know in the comment section down below. Be sure to subscribe and stomp the notification button so you don't miss out on all that Monarch and Godzilla Kong goodness. And be sure to give this video a big Kong-sized thumbs up. I've been Alistair, and we'll see you residents in the next one.